We are at the finish line, guys.
Coming together.
We are today working on putting paneling for the bench/beds. We have some scraps of 1/4-inch plywood that's already painted, so we're gonna try to figure out how to Tetris those in.
Right.
So currently I am working on wiring the panel that we just installed yesterday, so the 12 volt as well as the USB outlets under the kitchen cabinet. It's a little bit hard to see under there because it's dark, but this is what I'm working with. And we're looking under the sink right here to see which side is positive, which side is negative. And then I have to do a little cable management to make it look pretty. Ooh, the fan just turned off.
That was me.
Oh.
You didn't do that.
Okay. Oh, chunky wires that are fitting. Cool hour, maybe 2 hours later. Tried to get as pretty as I could. We've got a lot of wires down there. Oh well.
Too far, actually.
You're in like a half
Okay.
trim.
Our mattress for our van came in. We went with a Linen Spa 5-inch king size gel foam thinger.
I'm just gonna leave it on the plastic on the ground, but I'll cut this part so it'll breathe.
Octavius is... Whoa, your eyes are crazy. You're super thrilled about this mattress, huh? What do you think so far? Is it comfortable?
Yeah, and it's pretty thin right now.
Parents have left us all on our own. They had to head back to their house and take care of a couple things because they've been spending so much time up here with us building this thing that I'm sure they got some stuff at home that they need to take care of.
And let's be honest, they probably just need their own space for a little bit.
Yeah.
Josh is watching too many video games.
Yeah, too much Dota 2, I guess. Never enough.
So now we gotta figure out what to do on our own.
That's right. That's right. It's a scary time without the leadership that we normally have.
And the experience. The years of experience.
Exactly. So I think we're going to start with finishing up the trim on the inside. Just kind of trim off any edges that, we don't need. And I think we're just going to paint the entire thing from top to bottom.
I had been holding off on touching up anything because I knew we were going to get things dirty and build things. So I think, though, today is the day that we can finally actually start touching up the paint and patching up things.
I think it's going to look really good. See all those little brown streaks up top? Those are all going to be gone.
Ready to go.
And it'll hopefully look amazing.
I've already started thinking about what things we can start packing and filling our home with.
So exciting. I don't think about any of that stuff at all. I don't even understand it. I just try to think about how to make things work.
It's finally my time to shine.
Okay. Well, off to it. Press it, go.
Here we go.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, there. Just there.
Okay. Straight line?
Ish.
A thing we've started to notice with trim inside of a van is that you can literally just keep trimming forever. You put on another piece of trim and then you feel like you got to trim that, and then you just... Exactly, because there's just so many lines and so many angles and nothing's straight.
Raw edges everywhere.
Yeah, like the whole thing's raw edges. It's like, I don't know, it's like sanding. You either you keep sanding until either you or the wood gives up, and always you give up first before the wood does. I think it's the same with putting up trim. You just keep trimming until either you or the trim gives up, and you're always going to give up first.
And filling gaps.
Filling gaps. Exactly. There's just infinite amount of that to do, and you could do it forever. Okay, so it only took us like 2 hours, but we built these tiny little shelves up here to put our phones on. You can see we got the little USB charger guy right there. So it took us a lot longer than we thought. A lot of really weird angles, a lot of little weird cuts, but I'm super happy with the way it turned out. We have now one on each side. We can put a little plant there, put our phones there when they're charging at night. It'll be great. Now comes the time to actually paint everything inside of here. The whole thing, top to bottom. Give it a nice, new, fresh coat of paint. I think it's gonna look awesome. But first, we gotta clear everything out of here and put some plastic down so we don't accidentally paint our countertops or the floor or anything else, because we're painting the ceiling and it'll probably drip. So, time to put a nice, clean sheet of plastic down everywhere. Make sure that we don't mess this thing up. As with anybody who paints regularly knows, the job you do taping out the plastic and taping out everything that you're painting on is just as important as how good you are at actually painting. So I'm super glad that Lisa is handling all that, because she's so much better at it than I am. We got the paint ready, and we have a lot of stuff to paint. Basically every square inch of this thing from top to bottom is all gonna be painted over. So we're gonna do a little before and after on this one, I think.
Pro tip that I learned from Josh's mom: if you wrap your old paintbrushes or rollers in saran wrap and then foil, it keeps it moist and keeps it from drying out, so you can reuse them pretty easily. So that's what we've been doing from day one. When we first started painting, we just wrapped at the end of the day it with saran wrap and foil, and here we have it. It's moist and ready to go.
Pretty dark out there, girlfriend. Getting pretty late.
I know.
Might want to call the painting job over.
Get them bugs out of here.
Man, does that look good though. Look at that.
Bugs, not here.
We have painted more than a few bugs into our ceiling. But man, that looks so much better. Just a fresh coat of paint on everything.
All the little spots are gone. I'm really excited to see the reveal tomorrow.
Another really big day for us out here. It's been quite an experience lately actually finishing this thing, as in getting close to being able to roll it on the road and use it. We got plumbing, we got electrical, we got nice walls, we got a mattress that we just have to cut up the rest of. But we are just getting down to a handful of things that we need to do before we're done with this. Like, done. And I don't know. Lisa and I, when we were painting, we both got a little bit emotional just thinking of how far we've come over the past little bit. Think of how much work, how much effort, how much awesome time we've got to spend with my parents building this thing together, and just, yeah, making our dream come true. This dream felt impossibly far off just a couple of weeks ago, just like there was an infinite amount of work between when we started and when we'd finish. And now we're able to see the finish line. Now we're able to actually think about what life is going to look like after this, as in being able to go out on the road, just keep heading from campsite to Harvest Host Place to wherever the hell we want to go. And that is awesome. For now, good night, and more awesomeness tomorrow. Thanks so much. See you soon.
We have anything else you want to say?
I don't know what we're doing yet.
For here we have some action.
Dang it, Lisa. Dang it. I pulled the fuse so you could work on it safely.
Oh,
You're welcome.
I was working on it a while ago. Why didn't you pull it earlier?
I didn't think of it until right now.
Thank you.
Yep. What are you setting up over there?
Time lapse.
Time lapse, one that's always running. That's a big tripod for a phone. So, you know, now we got to figure out what to do on our own. Oh, wow. So many mosquitoes all of a sudden. Parents, come back. The mosquitoes are here now, and you were keeping them away. So now we got to figure out what to do on our own. So I think our next... There's so many mosquitoes all of a sudden.
Thing off, touching up on... You almost hit me.
Sorry, mosquito. God, I hate that word moist.
Moist.
Ugh.
Moist and ready to go.